Welcome to Angels Don't Lie with Jeannie Street. Jeannie is a God-based medium, owner of In Spirit Healing Studio, and new author of the book The Goddess You. Angels Don't Lie will be a show dedicated to healing and love, and we will be taking live questions. If you have a question you would like Jeannie to answer on the show, or if you would like to contact her, send your correspondence to jeannie@jeanniestreet.com or check out the website jeanniestreet.com. Now here's Jeannie Street.
I let the world gonna wake up. Trouble is I never went to sleep. I climbed the nightmares in the mountains in my dreams. Oh Lord, won't you get me back with me?
Hello and happy Tuesday. Welcome to Angels Don't Lie. I'm your host, Jeannie Street, here on KBJB Radio. We're really excited to have you join us tonight. And in the studio, I have Casey and KJ joining me. And tonight we're going to be talking about our fur friends, animals, and how they affect our lives. And I'm really excited about this show because I think a lot of people grieve silently and aren't able to really express and move past losing their loved one, their pet, who's been a family member. It's not an easy thing.
Oh.
And the reason, hello?
We're here. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah, we're here with you.
Good. So the reason I'm excited about this topic is because Tank, who was our English bulldog, had been coming to me, and I was, hesitant about talking about him and his passing, because it was such a tragedy in our family. An event that kind of stays with all of us. But I was ignoring it, and then I kept having the pull. I kept feeling his energy around, and then the more I started to talk about it, the more came forward. My daughter said, "Oh, Tank kept coming up on her time hop on different pictures that she had," and my husband had mentioned something about really missing him. We were talking about work because he used to bring the dog, to work with him, and my brother had this. My brother works with my husband, and he has this love. He's the ultimate dog whisperer. And he just loved this dog. He's not able to have a dog at home, so Tank was part of his dog. He was able to walk him every day and hang out with him and laugh at him. And so Tank came to us actually kind of in a roundabout way, because we had, in 2011, our family had gone through some huge big things that happened in 2011. I closed my shoe store. We found out that our daughter was pregnant, so her and her husband got married. Our son who was engaged was getting married in September. Our third son, number 3 in line, he was graduating high school and going to go to college in the fall, so that was all lining up. Our youngest was graduating 8th grade, going to high school, and on top of it, she had taken this position to go to this camp in Martha's Vineyard, and that was a really big deal. There was just so many big things that happened. I can't even list them all. It's beyond. It's like I'm making them all up. And our son-in-law went to. He's a Marine, so he was being deployed. He was able to stay and go to my son's wedding, and the next day he deployed. So Lauren ended up moving back in with us because she was pregnant and was living with us when she had the baby. So in the midst of all of that chaos, our dog, our big dog, an English Mastiff, Joe, who we all loved, and Joe was a big slobbery mess. He would shake his head and the drool would come out of his jowls. And,
it's like Turner and Hooch.
Yep. And literally one day I said to Brian, "Look at the ceiling. He's freaking got a whole huge drool on the ceiling." I don't know how it got there, but yeah, that was Joe, and we called him Scooby-Doo because he he had a bark, but he was so afraid of people, and he would like kind of tiptoe away. He was a gentle giant. Oh. So Joe had, after the wedding in September, not long after, Joe actually fell down our back deck. He fell down. We had like 3 steps going from the grass, the lower patio, up to the higher deck, and he fell down those steps. Aww. And broke his leg. So we had to get this, he's like 210 pounds. We had to get him to the vet. So we were able to get him in the car. I say we because it had nothing to do with me, obviously. But the guys in the family got him in the car, and we got him to the vet. I was there. And he x-rayed him and said that he broke his leg. So he cast it, sat it temporarily, and we brought him. That was an emergency vet. And then we had an appointment with our vet, and he said, this is not a common thing. So I just want to look at this x-ray, and I want to just check some things out. So if there was something funny in the x-ray, and he came and he said, he has bone cancer. And it was like kind of an immediate thing, is like all of a sudden he went from kind of being his playful self to not being able to really move or get up. Of course, he had a cast on. And then he fell down the stairs again. After, that leg kind of healed, it was still not great, and he fell down again and then broke another leg. And at this point, he couldn't even like get up. He couldn't. Yeah. We had to lift him. The guys were using a belt under his belly to help him to hold his weight so he could go outside. But then he even stopped having the zest to go outside. So, the vet said, here's where you're at. He's suffering. He's in a lot of pain, which he was, and you could see because he couldn't really lift his head anymore, and it was just riddled in his body. So we made a decision as a family that we would help him on his journey. We would, sorry.
Oh,
so we did. We got him in the car, which was a whole issue in itself because he couldn't move anymore. So we had to get a blanket, and the guys had to scoop him up, and we drove my car to the back deck so we could, gently move him from the house to the car as gently as we could because he was in pain. And we all met at the vet's office, and the vet is such a beautiful place too. He had a nice yard, and I don't know if you know Park Lane Vet, but he's
do. Yeah.
He's a really nice man, Dr. Dinwiddie. And so there's this big tree, and it was a warm day, and we all, kind of sat around him on this blanket, and we all had our hands on him and telling him that we loved him, and that's how we sent our Joe off. And it's not an easy decision to make, to have to say goodbye to your pet, number one. And to, a lot of people don't feel that that's a thing that we should do, that we should, help our pets. But we also do it for humans. That's what we do. Yes. That's what hospice is about, is that gentle ease to the other side. There are medicines to help ease the pain and the suffering. And if that's the choice that we make, that's the choice that we make. Yes. So I don't think there should be any judgment on that. But we're human, so there are judgments that come. So saying goodbye to this pet was, big for our family. And we moved on. We welcomed our granddaughter in, and we missed our guy, and our Cocker Spaniel, she started to cry all the time. And luckily, Lauren had her dog living with us, Romeo, and Fiona. She had adopted she had 2 Papillons. So we had these 2 little Papillons that kept Lovey busy, which was nice. So Lovey wouldn't cry too much because she really missed Joe. So we had gone away on this, annual trip. Brian and I always try to take time just alone for us because we were always with our kids and family, and we try to carve out this just him and I time where we are rejuvenated and, hanging out together. So we were away, and it was January, and we went to we made this stop in Miami down in South Beach because Brian loves to get his stone crab. He loves the stone crab. So we're down there, and I don't know if you've ever been down to South Beach, but it's kind of a cool. There's lots of different areas, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's kind of, so it's fun. So we're in the back area somewhere in this little, I think it was like Little Havana area. And we were on our way to dinner, and there was this really cool, like, pet store. You know what they say about pet stores: you shouldn't shop, you should adopt. But this pet store was kind of a little different. It was upscale, if you would. The guy had all these pictures of famous people and dogs, and he only got from breeders. So he had kind of a good reputation. But in the window of this pet store were these teacup puppies, which was all the fad back in 2012. All the fad. And I was like, I have got to take a picture because the kids won't believe this. They had been showing me all these videos and whatever. And I was like, no, that's just so wrong. So here I am seeing a teacup puppy up front, and they're teeny tiny. They're
so
teeny
cute,
tiny.
so cute.
Oh my gosh, ridiculous.
Oh my
So we
God.
walk in, and lo and behold, there's this dog on the lower case. It was like this wall of open cases, and it was really pretty actually. And the dog just ran up and bashed against the side of it as soon as he saw Brian, and that was it. It was literally love at first sight. So I was like, oh, he's like, oh, look, it's a bulldog, and I'm like, yeah, look, and
Don't touch it.
Remember, we said no more dogs. We promised. Jeannie needs a break. She's got a house full. She's got a newborn baby there. I'm helping Lauren. I got my kids at college and this and blah, blah, blah.
Hey, what's a puppy?
Hey, what's another thing to take care of, right?
Why?
So, so anyways, he played with them, and lo and behold, the big joke of it is, people would laugh, well, you're not even really a dog lover. And I am a dog lover. I just didn't want to take care of something else. That was the big thing.
Understood.
Yeah. And so anyways, I'm the one with the carry-on and the pet carrier for the freaking airplane. Here's my carry-on. I got a brand new puppy.
And along comes the puppy. What'd you name the puppy?
We named him Tank. Yes. Because that's exactly what he was. He tanked into everything. He literally would run into your shin, and he was hysterical. So I posted a couple of pictures on social media of Tank. You can go check them out on Facebook or on Pinterest. And I also put a blog up on my website on geniestreet.com about Tank and Joe. And there are some pictures of Joe and Tank on there if you would like to check them out. And I would love your comments. So please, tell me about your experiences and your dog or your fur friend, because I think it's important. And anyway, so Tank, I call him the honey badger because he really just didn't give a... and I say that nicely, but he just didn't care.
Such a good
He
way.
had his own set of rules. He just did.
Honey badger don't care.
Brian brought him to work, and he would guard the top of the stairs, in front of Brian's office, which was hysterical, and he wouldn't let people up. And Brian got the biggest kick out of this, and my brother too. He would just crack up because he wouldn't let certain people up.
Yeah, I'm really, I'm sure the employees didn't care much for that, right?
Well, some of them loved it, but one of the employees in particular, Tank didn't like him, so he would and bulldogs they can't really bite because they have like a flat face. But he would just totally bust this guy's ass every time. He would come like he was going to bite him, and he would just nudge him, and then he would run, go, get your dog away from me, and Brian would crack up. The dog had his own couch, and
antics at the office with Brian Street. Yeah, that's hilarious.
He would bring him to the fast food joint on the way home and get him a hamburger, let him eat the whole thing.
Oh yeah.
He got the biggest kick out of this dog. Yeah. Yep.
How long did Tank live for?
Tank lived, I want to say 3 years.
That's a very short life.
Yeah, it was very short. And he tanked into a car. He ran into the front of a tuck dryer, and it was awful. It was.
No!
It was a horrible day. Yep.
Truck tire?
Yep. That was.
Dear.
Yeah, he was very excited and ran literally right into it. So, I watched the entire thing happen, and I tried to my son was standing next to me. I had Molly in the car. I actually had my niece in the car who I was watching, so I had to send her inside.
Holy
and
moly.
we got the dog in the car, and I drove as quickly as I could. But I knew I felt his spirit leave. I knew he was leaving, and yeah,
poor guy.
But it was awful. It was traumatic for all of us. But there were very big lessons for us involved in Tank's coming and going, and a soul comes to us for that. Whether it's a human soul or a fur friend. And it doesn't have to be just a dog, a cat. I have a friend, a very dear friend, who rescued a bird. Grace, she named her bird, and Grace really couldn't live on his own because he couldn't fly. He was part of his wing was broken, and she really nurtured him. And he actually slept with her. He would nuzzle up. the bluebird would nuzzle up with her. Oh my gosh,
it was
ridiculous. Yeah, it was beautiful.
Oh,
yes.
He was a bluebird, so he was an actual wild bird in nature, but he couldn't fly, so she took him in. Oh.
Yep. She found him in a drain, and if he would have died otherwise.
Of course, absolutely.
So she nurtured him and took care of him, and he had this lovely life, and he gave her such love. And towards the end, she called me. She was like, I don't know what to do for him. He's not eating. And I said, he's telling me, because you can connect. A soul is a soul. We can still connect. Whether the soul's alive, I can connect with people, that are elderly on their way out. And animals have a very pure soul, so it's very easy for them to be on the other side, closer to the divine than we are, because they don't have those
preconceptions or fears,
inhibitions. Yeah. So Grace was telling me he was going to be leaving. His journey had begun. So what looks like suffering, again, I've talked about this on human terms, watching somebody like they're suffering, it seems like that. It seems so horrible to watch, but it's really the soul purifying and cleansing in this life rather than doing it on the other side. So his soul started purifying. And he had come very specifically, Grace, to teach my friend about unconditional love and welcoming in new love and helping her to heal some things that were going on in her life, and reminding her that her health really needed to take precedence over other things. So there was some amazing lessons, and the connection of being able to share that with her was a blessing for sure. So the day Grace actually died, I drove over to her house, and she was getting ready to do a little service, and I think this is important when our fur friends pass away, that we have closure,
Absolutely.
Similar to human life. And sometimes when there's not closure, the grief can't end, right?
It's continual. You have to end
It's continual.
somewhere.
It's the same as a woman who has a miscarriage, and there's not really an ending. It can be very painful. So I recommend that you take time to have a little service, a very personal thing. No matter if it's your fur friend, it's a human friend, if it's, it's important just to have a little bit of a break. So I think that
take a quick break, shall we?
You want to take?
Yeah,
a quick
we should.
break?
We should take a quick break and come back after this.
Okay, we will take a quick break here
Let's
on
do
Angels
it.
Don't Lie. This is Jeannie Street, and I hope that you call in. I want to give you the number really quick, 646-891-5252, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. Welcome back to Angels Don't Lie. I'm your host, Jeannie Street, and tonight we are talking about our fur friends crossing over to the other side. And a very emotional show for sure. And I believe that we have a caller on the line, am I correct? From Bridgewater?
Hold on, she should be on the call.
Bridgewater.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, Jamie. How are you?
I'm good. What's your first name?
So it's Dyla.
Dyla. Nice to meet you, Dyla.
Yep. Nice to meet you.
And did you have a question tonight?
So while my call isn't necessarily about a fur friend, I just want to say I did enjoy hearing about your sweet stories of Joe and Tank. They're really cute.
Oh, thank you.
I am calling because I lost a loved one unexpectedly about 12 years ago.
Okay.
And so I have always tried to connect in dreams or in other ways to just kind of determine whether or not it was an accident or whether it was intentional.
Okay.
And that's, you had said something at the end of before you went to break, that without closure you can't heal, which is so true.
It is. When it's the unknown, it's very difficult. There's
right,
because we have
exactly.
we have that unknown. Sometimes it can be a guilt or a fear, right? And then it can kind of we make those stories even bigger than maybe what they necessarily needed to be.
Exactly. So that's just that was really my biggest question.
Can you give me a first name, please?
Joyce.
Thank you so much. And you're connected in a she's trying to show me like in a sister type of way. Do you understand that?
She's actually go ahead.
She's showing me like underneath you. So that's why I'm confused. And I don't understand what that means.
Yeah, she's actually an aunt through marriage, so she's not actually a blood relative.
Okay. So that makes sense. So she's showing me like underneath. So it's still a relation. But did you have more like a sister type of connection?
I think we were closer in that, like almost like a second mother.
Okay, there you go. Because that's what I'm feeling like. That's what she's showing me. Like, I don't necessarily feel like she felt maternal with you as much as she felt more like soul sister, soul connection with you.
And I would say that that's probably true in that, we talked about a lot of things, just,
right.
A lot of things.
And that's the age thing kind of, I understand where that maternal feeling, but she's saying like, I feel like on a deeper level.
Yeah, I agree. I get that.
Yeah. Okay. And she's showing, I'm getting like a heightened sense of in my nose, a really like a burning feeling. She lived afar. Why is she showing me with the eyes afar? Like, could you see where she lived?
So no, we didn't. So obviously, I'm in Connecticut. She lived in New York.
Okay. So but she's showing me the eyes, and it's sideways. Do you understand that? And it's the left eye. Side view of the left eye. Do you understand that?
Okay.
Okay.
It probably will come to me after I digest all of this.
Yeah, and so little bits and pieces. It's like having, it's a one-way conversation. I'm asking her to kind of give me more, and I'm really sick to my stomach, and I feel, I'm feeling she's showing me like I feel really toxic, like she took something. Yeah. So I feel intentional. Yes.
Okay.
And unintentional in a sense as well. Like I feel like I do feel like she was almost like poisoned, like she took too much of something. Do you understand that?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Yeah, like the guilt, she's bringing me right to the guilt. Like she's telling me it's unimportant, and I know that sounds not what you really want to hear, but she's saying it's unimportant of why she left. But she needed to leave, and it was her time because there was more work for her to be done to do on the other side. Her life here was challenging and empty. She says, "Do you understand that?"
Yeah, I do understand that. Yep.
Okay. So the work on the other side, and she does help you. She does guide you. She's like, in the garden, don't you remember? She's showing me like the birds whistling. She's like, I am there, I am there, I am there. And she's saying it over and over again, like steady, true. And do you have she's showing me like a scarecrow, but it's not really a scarecrow, but something like that in the garden. And it has like a cross. It looks.
I don't, but she was big on putting those kind of things out for like Halloween and for Christmas. There was always something on the lawn.
Okay. That's what she's showing me. Like I'm getting, and it just like hanging there. So funny. Okay. And are you the gardener?
I do garden. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. She's like telling me, like, she's showing me putting something in the garden like that. And to have that significance of the cross, and it doesn't have to be something tacky. She's saying it can be.
Well, yeah, I get it.
She said it can be very tasteful. Like she knows your taste. Like it can look nice. And she's telling me that she's showing me that you have the decorating abilities. Do you understand?
I do.
Yeah. So it's her way of it's a confirmation of how she's coming through. So you understand that it's her, and she's showering you with love and showering with you with so much love. That's what she wants me to make sure I'm telling you, like abundantly.
I get that.
And she's bringing me around Easter. Do you understand?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
And she's
that was a big holiday for us.
And she's just smiling, like, yeah, the continuation, really important.
Right. She was big on family and making sure that, we had traditions and that we, it was the same traditions and, and that she perpetuated them. And so, that's something that still stands with me today.
And that's beautiful. And that's how she wants you to continue. And those are the things that are most important, not how she left.
Right.
Okay.
And I could see her saying that, like all of that other stuff doesn't mean anything.
I know it's because we're here in the real world, rational. We want to rationalize things. Right. And you can't. It's hard to rationalize something like that.
No, and I think, in my point earlier, and that, I had tried to make a connection with her in a dream or else, or some other way. Like, you feel in your gut and,
yes.
you know what, you were told, but at the same time, you're, something else in the back of your mind is saying there's something more to it. And like you said, because it didn't have closure, like that was the one thing I just kept thinking about and just wanting to know, am I right? Am I wrong? Or, and like you said, not that it matters. It's one of those where like, at least now I can put it to rest.
Yeah. And feel that love. And sometimes when we try too hard to feel our loved ones is when we kind of block. So trust your intuition, right. Because she says that you have a very heightened intuition.
I do.
She's showing me the journal. Like, I love the journal for you because it is a place of a pure connection. You can actually write and she'll answer on the page through you. Okay.
Okay. That's good to know.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for calling in.
No, thank you. Honestly, just long story short, I happened to find your name yesterday.
Uh-huh.
And I had been trying to figure out how to make this connection with her. So through a mutual friend that was giving me a massage yesterday, he happened to mention your name.
Oh.
And I just came home. I listened to your last podcast, was intrigued by it, checked out your website, your Facebook page. Then also, not to get creepy, but I've seen you in town.
You stalker. No, I love it.
I know, crazy. And
it's okay.
And so at one point I was like, I think this was totally meant for me to try to make a connection today. So on a whim, I'm like, I set it on my calendar and I'm like, I'm going to call in.
Did you see me like when I had my shoe store in New Milford? Is that what you mean in town?
No, at church.
Oh, okay, beautiful. I think it's important that we're able to connect with people that are around us, and so I'm happy that you were able to find me and that your friend, our mutual friend, whoever that is, that's how angels work. It's one little thing at a time, one door opening. Really beautiful.
Exactly.
Next time, come up and say hi to Jeannie.
I really thank you for that.
You're welcome. What did you say, KJ?
Next time, come up and say hi to Jeannie when you see her. She likes.
Well, actually, I think I'm going to go to. I checked out your website, saw all the events that you've got going on. I'm definitely going to make some of those.
Oh, good. Yeah, there's some fun things, and I'm really happy how our In Spirit website is turning out. So I would love to tell the listeners, go on over to the InSpiritHealingStudio.com.
Yes.
We have all the events up there, and even the shop is up there now, which is something that we added. I think just over the past 24 hours. Well. Yeah. So it's been a work in progress. So yay. Well thank you.
You're fantastic. And as he said, she's the real deal, and I totally agree.
Aw.
Can I ask you who your friend is? Who our friend is?
Sean.
Is it Sean? Yeah, I knew it. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Sweet. Aw.
You probably knew that though. I was talking about him. So
I did.
Yeah. He's a very sweet person, very genuine.
Yes, absolutely.
So again, thank you. I won't take any more of your time, and I'll let you get on with the rest of the program.
Thank you. Have a good day. I look forward to meeting you in person.
All right, you too. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Same. Bye-bye.
Wow.
That was awesome.
Beautiful.
How cool is that? I love
know.
that kind of stuff.
So we actually got a text message earlier from Billy about wanting to connect with his dog Wrigley. And right?
Yeah, Wrigley.
And so I asked if he could call in, and I don't know if he agreed to that or not.
No,
because he's texting you.
Yes, he's going through me, Jeannie Street.
I know. Would you ask him if he'd be willing to phone in, and if not, I can do the reading through the text.
He said, "Okay, hold on. Can you call Billy? Hold on.
Thank you.
You
because
call.
She has a lot to say to him,
Bill.
And I want to tell you, here's the connection. Dila's aunt, friend, connection, Joyce, 12 years since she's passed. And Billy said his dog has been gone 12 years. So here it is, how the angels are bringing the connection in.
Oh, boy.
And 12 is a very powerful angelic number as well. So I'm going to read that. I'm going to pull that up for you as well, the angel number.
I am giving him the number right now.
Thank you.
Okay, hold on.
12. Keep your thoughts positive about the future. As what you are thinking influences your future, this is a message to keep your faith and hope strong, because these are strong determining factors right now. The 12 is a beautiful reminder to stay faithful and hopeful. And when we're connecting to our loved ones, whether it be a fur friend or a human friend, it all matters. So when we help a soul to cross over, the support is always available. So if you are, whether it's with your fur friend and you're going to the vet and the vet is helping you, if you're unable to, it's surprising though what God puts in front of us and thinks that, says that we're capable of doing. But when we're in fear and we can't do it, even if it's with a family member or somebody that's really suffering and we have to call in hospice. There are people that are light givers that want to do that. They want to help you. They want to help your loved one cross over. And it is a beautiful thing to be there witnessing a soul coming into life, and to be there as a soul is being born into the other side of life, which is amazing. Like I've talked about in the past, I was able to, be with a friend who had crossed over, and there was so much fear around her family. This gal that I knew, her family didn't want people crying near her. They didn't want people touching her, because as my friend became unconscious, they thought that she would feel their sorrow and not leave. She thought that she would want to stay, when it was quite the opposite, that a soul needs touch, needs human connection, needs love, stories, laughter, reminders of, okay, I'm safe, I'm loved, I'm going to be joined on the other side by my loved one. So there's nothing to fear. So it's important. And if you're unable to do that, you can call for help. So I want you to know that you don't have to be alone in that, whether it's your fur friend or whether it's your human friend. And I believe that we are setting up another caller. Am I correct, KJ and Casey? Yes, they're working on that. So you have the caller ready? You want me to keep talking? So, yes, ready?
All right, there we got it. We should have Billy on here in a second.
Oh, beautiful. Hello, Billy. Can you hear me?
You click one more
Billy,
time. See if we
hear me.
There, you should be able to hear him now.
That's my poor rendition of singing, Billy. You're welcome. How are you?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for calling in. She really had a lot to tell you, so I wanted to make sure that you heard firsthand. Okay? So, because sometimes we lose bits and pieces and translations. So I wanted to give you everything that your lovely girl is showing me. The first thing she was showing me that she was short. She was showing me her legs like lower to the ground and a rounder belly. Like do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then she's also showing me like her bite as being very specific. Do you understand? Did she have
I do actually, yeah.
Okay. And I'm feeling like she had a lot of stomach issues. And I don't know if she was able, if you had her fixed or not, but that's the area, like it feels like female issues. Do you understand?
She was, but she ended up, it was kidney issues that she had before she passed.
Okay. Because it feels like that. It feels like it just doesn't feel good. So that's where she's showing me.
Yeah.
Okay.
She was extraordinarily uncomfortable at the end.
Yeah. Although like her soul is so kind and gentle and like snuggly, like, and that's how she's showing me, like that was her journey, snuggling, loving, just kind of hanging out, kind of lazy.
Yeah.
You understand?
Very much so.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah, and so like that guilt that you carry around, she's saying there's no more room for that. Like she's saying it's like a big suitcase, like a case you carry. Or do you literally carry a case around with you? Like, this is what she's showing me. Like it's like a trunk size, and she's like, put it down and unpack it. Like, get rid of it. It's time. Like, really important. Do you still have her stuff like this? Like, is she like a mouse? Like, do you understand the mouse? Is this a stuffed animal?
No, that doesn't make any sense.
Animals. Well, no, I'm not showing what she.
Toys.
What's that? You don't have any of her toys?
I don't have any of her toys.
Did she have a mouse stuffed animal? Is that what she's showing me? Like, is that what she had in her like little bed?
No.
I don't know why she's showing me why is she showing me the mouse. So I'm it's just the mouse. So I thought it was a stuffed animal. She's showing me the mouse. I'm just going to leave it at that. Mouse. Okay.
All right.
So I don't know why she's showing me that. But you do understand about the big case and the guilt?
Yeah, I had to have her put down.
Okay. And I feel your pain in that. So it's it's not an easy thing.
Oof.
But the decision to do it is not for our better good, correct?
Right. No, it's for her.
Right. So time to move that out now and try to and have love, have it, bringing a new dog in, welcoming a new love in isn't a replacement. It's an opportunity for our heart to open more in a new way. Because we talked about this last week, once we give our love to somebody, we can't take it back. It's already there. So it's not a replacement. It's actually building. It's making your heart even bigger and even brighter and even shinier. Does that make sense?
It does, sure.
Okay. So, and I think this is a stopping point for a lot of people in life, even in relationships, that, our heart gets hurt. So we decide we're going to shut off and I'm not going to be in another relationship. And she's pointing her finger like at you. That's what she's saying. Like, kind of this goes all around for you. Because you shut off and you have so much to give. That's what she's telling me, like over and over. And like, and I want to get really emotional right now because that's what she is, very emotional. That's why she came to you, to help open your heart up. And now she said it's time. Like you're in the limelight, you're in the forefront, and it's time. Do you understand?
I do.
Love, love, love. And like, that's what's all around. That's what yeah. I'm going to let you off the hook right now.
I just want to lick him right now. Sorry. I went there.
Wow.
I went there. Sorry.
We're going to end that. What kind of show is this?
That's a joke.
Well, thank you very much.
Oh,
You're
Bill.
welcome. Thank you for calling in, Billy. And I believe we have another caller on the line.
We do.
We do. Do you have, are they there? Do we have a name?
Hello?
Hello? Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, this is Jeannie. Who am I speaking with?
Hi, Jeannie. I'm Cynthia.
Hi, Cynthia. Thank you for calling in tonight.
Hi.
Do you have a question?
Well, we put our dog down of 11 years, not this past November, but the November before. We had, so that's why I was calling.
Her
name is Missy.
Missy, thank you. Like, my heart is aching for you. Do you understand the heart? Is this you? Like, is this the hollow piece that she's showing me?
Probably.
Okay. And I have it's really hard to breathe, almost like asthma. Do you understand that? Is this you, or is this her?
Well, she had a very large tumor in her abdomen.
And did that make it hard for her to breathe? Like, I'm like very shallow breathe. But I kind of feel like she's showing me you're side by side with that. You breathe really shallow is what she's showing me.
I guess the sadness, I don't know.
I would love for you to take a nice deep breath in, like bringing it all the way in and then letting your belly like fully expand and then slowly exhaling. Because she's showing me like I feel like you are so restricted, like up kind of tight. And I think it's really important for you to start practicing that. That's what she's showing me over and over, like round and round and round. Do you understand the white? Did she have white fur? White, she's saying? White,
yes, she was white.
Okay. White. She's saying it over and over again. And she has like a little bit of a little hyperness. Do you understand?
She was
playful
that way in the beginning.
Yeah.
She was very friendly.
Yeah. And also very sweet, like very loyal. I wanted to say like loyal is what she's saying. And that was her soul's journey to be that loyal and companion. And the quietness, do you understand? Did the house quiet down? The quietness?
Yeah, we have another dog that was pretty sad when she died.
Okay. Yeah, the quietness. And the thirst? The thirst, do you understand? She's like quenching the thirst. So this could be that she drank a lot, or the quenching the thirst. I'm just feeling like that all the time, and I'm not sure what she's trying to show me.
Yeah. Well, I guess maybe she was drinking a lot of water. She didn't eat as much towards the end.
Okay, that can be what she's showing me. It's just a confirmation for you that it's her, and it's her way of coming through to let you know that she's okay and she's safe. Safe. She wants me to say that like over and over again, like let her know I'm safe. Let her know I'm safe. And she has a lovely soul, and that was her journey. And actually, she's like thanking you for choosing her. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's like, that's a big heart. She's just like, thank you for choosing me. Like that's the love. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, we all felt pretty guilty when we had to put her down, and then we had a bonfire where she's buried. She liked the fire.
And how that's really beautiful. That's your ceremony.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Well, I could post a picture of that on your site. We took
thank
lots of
you.
pictures of the real site.
Oh, you should. Yes, definitely
Thank
do
you.
that. We'd love to have you post a picture of your dog on the site. That'd be awesome, by the way. On KBJB, too. Please, do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Love to see your little fur baby.
Thank you so much for calling in, Cynthia.
Okay.
Thank you.
Jeannie.
Have a nice evening.
Right. Bye.
Guilt that eats away with us for, and it's not even explainable how we carry a guilt like that around. I wish I could say that it's an easy thing to let go of, but it isn't. But when we let go of the guilt, the love can can flood back in, and then we can have the joy. So how do we do that? What are the steps to releasing the guilt? This talking about our pets again. We didn't talk about Tank for a long time because it was a tragedy, and it was really hard for all of us. So it was easier not to, right? We all kind of like tortured ourselves. I should have done this. I could have been this. I could have stopped complaining about, what an idiot he was, because, he was, had his own rules.
He was a honey badger.
So I learned a big valuable lesson about myself through Tank. And now we're sharing the stories. Now we're talking about them. So tell the stories about your pet. They want you to remember them. They want you to open up your heart and welcome new love in. You're not going to replace. They're gonna either maybe find their way back to you. I love that new movie that's out, A Dog's Purpose, because it's just like a human's, our soul. Our soul evolves and comes back sometimes in the same family as well. Just to learn a lesson, just to be that light for another person. So that's what our journeys are. How can we be the light? And when we hold guilt in and we hold fear and anger in, we can't be the light. We can't help another. So talk about your pets. Talk about your fur friends. Share your stories. Share them. Go to my blog. Go to geniestreet.com and go to my blog and share your stories. I want to see them. I want to see your pictures. And what can you do in the meantime? Like what can we do if we're not ready to welcome a new pet into our house? We can foster. There are great opportunities. My sister-in-law, she's amazing with cats, and so she fostered cats because she already has 4. So she welcomes these new cats in for a temporary home, loving, kind. My friend does it with dogs. She did it with her kids for a while, where she fostered dogs until they got good homes. You can adopt. Again, instead of shop, adopt. You can donate to charitable causes that are saving pets. You can volunteer your time through the Seeing Eye Dog Foundation. You can volunteer to bring your dog, as long as it has its shots, to nursing homes. And it's scientifically been proven how pets will help and aid an ill person or somebody that's struggling. So hospice, and it's amazing. So you can volunteer and you can bring your pet to share the love. And pets will stay with somebody. If you have a pet and you're not well, they'll stay right near you. I mean, I've read so many stories of people that have had tumors and the dog staying right near them and until the very end, because that's the nurturing, that's the connection, how much they're connected to the divine. They know that the light is the most important thing, that the love is there, not the guilt, not the fear.
They don't have that.
Yeah, it's incredible. So these things can help expand your love and your compassion for our fur friends, right? Lessons that we can learn from our fur friends are love without restraints. How important is that? We can learn to forgive every chance that we get, because a dog or cat, they forget. We've seen this in movies. We've seen it time and time again, where somebody will abuse a dog, but the dog will go back. Why? Because they forgive, because they know that love is the most important thing. So we can forgive every chance that we get. We can learn to snuggle up more and cherish the nap times. I know KJ likes her nap times.
I love my nap.
Yeah, we can listen intently without adding our 2 cents. Being quiet and listening. A dog will listen. A cat they'll listen. Your pets will listen. Your birds, they'll listen. And then they'll repeat, the birds. Loyalty to each other. Being loyal is having compassion, right? That pure compassion. Really amazing. And a goodbye is never forever. It's never forever. So they're always with us. Our loved ones are there. The veil's very thin. And if we allow that love in, the signs, the memories, everything is within our reach. Yeah, really amazing stuff. So tonight's lesson, love, life, and our fur friends can teach us all amazing, amazing things. A soul is a soul, whether it's human, reptile, an animal. The soul cycle is an endless journey of learning, growing, and challenging. and expansion. That's what it is. The angels say that the soul chooses a certain life to have an experience. So you could come back as a dog. Doesn't mean a dog soul is always going to be a dog soul. We come back. Our souls can choose the lessons that we need to learn to evolve and expand. It's really amazing stuff.
Sure
Angels don't lie.
That's true.
That's what I have to say.
Hey, I want you to reach out to my dog. My
dog?
dog? Well, not JJ, because you know he's still kicking out there. But
I know.
Me and my brothers, when we were growing up, we had a dog that took care of us pretty close. You know, I could probably count a few times where it actually saved us. I think her name was Buffy.
Okay, and you understand the water? Did you have like a river? Like, what's the running water?
I was definitely going down to the creek all the time. Me and
creek.
Yeah, the creek.
Yep. Well, we called it the creek, the Bluegrass Creek.
We call it here in these areas creek.
She's like showing me running through like this massive field, like just running. Like I want to say, like she's like a sprinter, like going.
It'd be like when my mom left for work, we sprinted for the creek, and down we would go into the creek. Even though my mom would say, "You boys don't go to the creek." Or KJ, you say it because you can imitate her better.
Yeah, I don't know there, boys. You don't go to the creek.
Nice.
But she went hunt. We'd go down there hunting, but she was by our side all the time. And I know at least one time when my younger brother Rob was a baby and got out of the house somehow and was heading down towards a bunch of pigs that we had there, and she kept knocking him down.
So he couldn't get, because those pigs would have ripped him up.
Oh yeah, so he
pigs are a little
finally
vicious.
heard him crying, and then everybody come out and saved him. So, but she wouldn't let him there.
Your dog feels like a lassie to me, like a mother. Like that's what it feels like. Like a mother hen. Like that was her job. Almost like Nana and Peter Pan. Like that's how your dog feels. Like responsible, in charge. I have a job to do.
Yep.
And I've
she
got to get it done.
followed us everywhere, even around.
And you guys were trouble. She says, trouble with a capital T.
That's why she was there, because we were trouble. You can.
Saved a life.
That's exactly what she's saying. Trouble. Yeah, and I feel like more heart for her, and I don't know if she passed really quickly, but that's what I feel like. Just like slept.
Well, my dad had to put her down because she just couldn't do anything anymore. So.
I feel like heart. I feel like camp. And she's showing me like I just feel like it was quick gone. Like she was ready, and and she feels really nurturing, really loving, and really kind.
She was an awesome dog for sure.
Aw.
Yeah.
Pass on my thank you.
Yeah, lovely.
You can tell her. You can tell her thank you. You can tell her. She hears you. So, do we have time for one more? Because I can tell you this. Okay, because I'm going to ask about my dog, my old dog, Bullets. She was my dog from when I was young. So, Bullets. She was awesome. Bullets.
Hyper,
Oh,
jumpy.
Totally.
I'm going like this. She's going like this.
Oh, yeah.
That you understand? That's what she's doing.
Yep. That's her.
Yep. And like I'm cracking up. This dog feels hysterical. Like
she was awesome.
So much fun. Like I feel like the comedian in you is like the comedian from this dog. Like she's hysterical. Like just so funny. If she could have talked, she would have been like, "Girl."
Probably. Yeah. She was my companion. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Growing up.
Funny. And she's all about the head. Did you do her hair or something? Like, what's about the head?
No, but that will come to me. My Bullet Surprise, that was her. She was a show dog, but not. Okay. She was a runt of the litter. I got her as a gift from my godmother. Okay. So
I'm feeling. I don't know why I feel like bangs. I don't know. Was this you? Were you always doing your hair and she was watching? Like,
well, she was a short hair. So, but I was always like playing with her head, and her ears were like adorable. So I would put her ears up.
She's showing me. Okay, there you go. That's what she's showing me. That's so funny.
Poor dog.
No, loved it. That's what she's saying. No, loved it. Like, yeah. So much fun. I can
tell you this. I got grounded one summer, and the only way I got out of the house was to walk the dog. So that dog was walked like one summer so much, I think I walked her legs off.
Wow.
Yeah. So she was
one day, I got to tell you this story. One day, our granddaughter Riley, she's 5 now, but she was probably, I don't know, 3.5, maybe she was 4. And she was laying in bed with my husband. They were kind of just, hanging out, and she was looking out the window. We have this like arched window in our bedroom, and she was like looking at the stars, and she says, "You're Bumpy, your dog wants to say hi to you." And she started to bring all these people in. She has the connection. So, and he's like, he's just dumbfounded, and he's like, she didn't know his dog, Babe, and she described Babe completely. And Brian came out of the bedroom, and he's tears rolling down his face. He goes, "She just told me about my whole dog, my dog Babe. Like, how did she do that?" And I'm like, because she's so pure. Like, it's, this pure of heart, this connection. When we let go of our fear, our loved ones, they want to come through. They want to tell us. Our fur friends, our loved ones, our grandmas, everybody, they want to let us know they're supporting us. They're guiding us. And
yes.
It's nothing to fear. Yeah.
It's
incredible. Incredible journey.
Wow. What a great show today, Jeannie Street. I got to be honest.
I'm beyond thrilled of being able to share this story and talk about Tink with an openness. And I mean, we have other dogs that we've had in our family as well that have crossed over and stuff. But Joe, and even Joe, our Joe dog, he was the gentle giant, just an amazing big goofy dog. And yeah. Oh, big stuff. So if my daughter Molly, if she could have her way, we would be adopting like so many dogs. It's ridiculous, because all she's friends with on like Facebook and social media sites are these dog video sites. That's all, she's 20 and she's like, look at this the whole way here. She was like cracking up, and oh my God, that kid cracks me up. So she actually was able to rent a dog. Like, they have this whole cool thing down here where you can, the dogs are called pot cakes, and you can get a 3-hour puppy. So that was my joke. I was like, 3-hour puppy.
You know what? That's a great idea. And you're now. Jeannie Street is in Turks and Caicos, although I've never been there, but it's
not
beautiful.
Not Caicos.
Caicos?
Turks and Caicos. Turks and Caicos. Yes.
Caicos. Oh, yeah. Cake. I like cake. Anyway, so that is where you are right now, and you can get to pet puppies there for 3 hours. That is bizarre, by the way. I've never heard of such a thing.
It's a lovely thing. They rescue the dogs, and then they put them up for adoption, and you can go, you can adopt them and bring them home, or you can go and just walk these puppies. So because the dogs were taking over everything. They're wild dogs here, so now they have this whole program for neutering and spaying, and it's quite amazing. So Molly was able to, have her 3-hour puppy and have her fill. She was so excited. I'll post some pictures. I think I posted one on Pinterest, but I'll post a couple more of Molly with her 3-hour puppy. So much fun. Yeah.
Yes.
So be sure to send us your comments, whether it's on Facebook, Pinterest, my blog. We want to hear your stories. I want to talk to you. I want you to be my peeps. So
at
really excited.
At GenieStreet.com.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, and we have and check out In Spirit Healing Studio for all the latest events coming up. We have some cool stuff for sure. Really excited.
Looking forward to it.
Next week I'll be back in studio, and I have a guest coming, Marie Alana, and I'm excited about Marie because she's Marie Elena. Got that. I'm going to say that wrong because my niece's name is Lana, and I always want to say Lana, but her name is Elena. So Marie Elena is going to be in the studio with me, and we're going to be talking about some cool stuff. We're going to talk about spiritual counseling and moving into alignment. She's got some great information she's going to share. So we're really excited about that. So we will see you next week here on Angels Don't Lie. And remember, I know what I know because angels don't lie. This is Jeannie Street, and I am out. Have a great week.